When we finished making the new album, A Woman and Man Walk By, we started talking about doing live shows. We thought, oh, well, we'll play songs from the previous record, Dance All at Last Point, as well. So we both went back independently and listened to that record, and we were both kind of surprised and really pleased by how much we felt we developed as musicians, as songwriters. To me, it feels that we're more capable of fully realizing ideas than we were 12 years ago.
I just think we've formed a lot more as writers, and I certainly felt that with my capability of weaving a narrative out of a song lyric. When I listen back to the dancehall lyrics, they seem much more like sketches, half-finished ideas, not really seen through to the end. And I think, now I'm much more capable of writing a cohesive lyric that hangs together and actually is saying something.
Back from the States on this trip, we're going to do a UK tour, then around the rest of Europe, and then we're going to come back to the US in June and tour a bit more extensively over here. Looking forward to that.
And we're playing songs from Dance All at Last Point and Woman and Man Walk By. That's what you can expect to see. John's the kind of player that he just keeps picking things up and playing things all over the place, and then something will just come through that.
And sometimes you pick up a guitar and the first thing you do, you fall in love with, and other times you can mess around on things for 2 or 3 days and you don't hear.
Whereas I tend to think about things a lot more and not just pick things up, but I know that he very often gets a lot of really good starting points from just fiddling about while he's half doing other things.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very difficult to answer a question like what inspires the sources of our inspiration. It can happen in all manner of ways. It might come from just playing a new instrument, it might come from a book you're reading, it might come from a film you've seen or another piece of music you've heard, it might come from a painting, it might come from a dream. I could go on and on. There's not one song on the album that we don't believe in, else we wouldn't have put it on there.
It's such a dynamic record that, it does depend on what mood you're in, how you respond to different tracks. To play a lot in the area where Polly was growing up.
John used to play in a wonderful band called Automatic Lamini that when I was a teenager, they were just so exciting to see play, much more exciting than anything I'd ever seen before.
She started coming along giving me tapes.
Yeah, I quite quickly wanted to give him a cassette tape of my songs, which I used to give to anybody that would listen to it at that time. So.
I was really impressed with her voice, and we got chatting a few times, hit it off, and one thing led to another and we started working together.